Hey guys, today we're doing something a little bit new and different. So I was thinking, I love doing my Gen 3 OU build and battle. I had another idea. I wanted to do something that I'm calling the ABCs of Gen 3 OU, where I make a team that is composed entirely of Pokemon that begin with that letter. Some letters may be really difficult, like Q and Z, for example. But for the most part, it should make for pretty interesting teams. I'm not planning on doing this entirely instead of the build and battle because I think people seem to like that. Those videos actually tend to do surprisingly well for the actual like full length videos, and I have a ton of fun doing them. The only thing is, I had this idea and I wanted to do it, and the problem is for the build and battle, because I'm using one random fully evolved Pokemon. There's like 100 of those in this generation. I do it once a week. You know what that means? That means I'm gonna be doing that for like 2 years if I want to get through all the Pokemon. 2 years. And I want to do this idea. I really liked it. So my idea is, I think what it's going to be going forward is every other week. So one week we'll do the ABCs, and then the next week will be build and battle. But obviously with the ABCs, we're just going to go in alphabetical order, meaning we're starting with A. So I kind of looked at some of these just beforehand to get an idea. I looked for A through C, so I kind of have an idea for those. But there are some interesting mons, like Aerodactyl is definitely going to be one we're going to do. Arcanine, Armaldo, Articuno are all mons that we're definitely going to want to grab. So we'll just go ahead and actually grab the mons first, because obviously this is not a like, oh man, we really got to think about what we want. Like we don't have a ton to choose from. Now, A actually has a pretty decent amount. I'm thinking we'll probably want Alakazam there, and then I had thought about this before. I think Altaria would be nice as kind of a more defensive Pokemon with the natural cure is my idea. So we'll go ahead. Who do we want to lead? We'll probably want Arcanine as the lead is my idea. I think Arcanine would be our best option. With the Intimidate, we can run leftovers on him, and then something like an extreme speed. We'll do a mixed set, I'm thinking. It's not that different. Flamethrower, do HP grass, and then we could do overheat for like big hard damage, but I'm thinking we might want to run something like body slam could be good to spread paralysis. What other coverage options does this guy have? Doesn't actually seem to have like a ton for coverage. I don't really want to run Iron Tail. We're not going to run Rock Smash. We could. That's interesting. Doing Thief Arcanine with no item. I think that could be neat. And then we're gonna run HP and defense investment with a little bit in speed, and it's gonna be a plus defense nature, I'm thinking. What do we minus though? The minus special defense, which might seem odd, but the idea is Altaria is going to be a minus attack plus special defense. I'm already confident. I want Altaria to be a good hit taking him on. Does Altaria get Wish? Oh, I wish it got. Maybe does it get Heal Bell? It does get Heal Bell, so we'll rock Heal Bell for the last slot there. Aerodactyl, I'm thinking we definitely just want to run typical Choice Band. We'll do that because then we can run Double Edge without recoil, and it'll be the pretty typical set. Throw Earthquake there, Rock Slide, and HP. So we'll just do the stereotypical set there. Pull up my speed tier real quick because I just want to make sure, like, do we really need to be a plus speed nature? The only thing that would really... So if we're not, plus speed Starmie and Raikou outspeeds us. A plus speed +1 Tyranitar and plus speed Dugtrio and a +1. Okay, so I'm gonna make the call that I'd rather have the plus attack. Just for the extra damage, I think it'll be worthwhile. Because for the most part, at this 359 speed tier, like Raikou and Starmie at their plus nature will outspeed us. Doug Trio at plus nature will outspeed us. Not really a big. And then just Jolteon if it's a plus nature. And then there's other ones like +1, like will outspeed us, but if it's +1, we're kind of already screwed. I'm realizing now, is Articuno kind of the same? Maybe Articuno. Thinking. Articuno will definitely learn on Haze, because that's a pretty good move that not a ton of Pokemon get. Toxic. I'm thinking we basically have Arrow for physical, and then we'll run Alakazam for our special attacker. Also gets Roar is crazy. We might actually, I think this will kind of be like a Suicune check. Yeah, Ice Beam and Heal Bell. And then that'll actually free up Altaria. Then we're going to have this be a special wall. So I think instead we can maybe run Altaria as a secondary special sweeper maybe, and do like that, and we'll throw Perish Song on just like if it's last Mon Altaria against something. And then I mean, yeah, we'll just we'll hold off on that. Leftovers. And then we'll run a Calm Mind substitute with Psychic and what is my, we can do Fire Punch, Thunder Punch, kind of the best options. We'll go Fire Punch just for like dealing with fortresses. And then this guy's gonna be a pretty simple, his main purpose is to rapid spin, but you know, we'll have a nice HP bug, Rock Slide, and maybe like this could be a good option for T-Tart. It gets Brick Break, right? Yeah, something like that. And then I just want to make sure all my Mons EV spread. So Arcanine's going to have no item intentionally, but Altaria will definitely just give leftovers. I mean, you just give everything leftovers in this generation. So I think that is, we'll just to be silly, everything's just going to be A. Well, why not? Because then the team's named 6 A's. But I think we'll validate it just to make sure. Oh. There we are. Everyone's got different names. You happy now? They're all named A in different amounts. I think that's the team. It's, I mean, again, there's not really like a ton of thought that's going to go into a lot of this team building, just for the simple fact, like, I'm limited on the Pokemon I can choose from. So we'll go ahead and get a game with this lovely A team. Now, for the format, I think what we're going to do is the same as the other one. So we're going to have a just 3 battles and see, you know, what win record he can get. So let's just go ahead and thief this right off the bat, steal his leftovers. I think that'll be worthwhile. Let's see. He's gonna doing that. Let's just go out to this and click Haze. Prevent you from getting anything. I'm kind of wishing I might have done like, or maybe we Roar. So, because here's my thing. I think he might want to go for a Baton Pass. Because I think this is setting up for a Baton Pass. That's my guess. So, oh shit, that didn't work out. That did not work out, man. I should have hazed. Oh, okay. Well, now I can haze. Because now he's gonna go for taunt again, but now it's not gonna like do much. Yeah, I already got rid of all your stats, buddy. So, like, good for you, I guess. We'll take this damage on Arrow. Okay. Now, who is our swap into Aerodactyl, really? We're gonna go... Call me crazy, it's Arcanine. Oh, this thing does not do much damage. Because Banette will be able to E-speed. It's White Herb? Wait, I just processed that. This guy's White Herb. White Herb Aerodactyl to prevent the Intimidate drop. But, like, your Rock Slide did nothing. Even... And then he goes Magneton. Are you max speed? Okay, he gets a crit there, which is kind of unfortunate. I'm pretty sure I would have lived there. But we'll go you and just be able to click, you know, Earthquake. That is kind of unfortunate. I'm pretty sure I would have lived without a crit. Fortress. We'll go out to Alakazam now. He'll spike up. I don't really mind. We'll Calm Mind once in case. Now, this guy does get pretty walled by Umbreon, so we'll sub. I don't know if Taunt goes through sub. I really don't. But we'll just sub up because we can. Okay, he does Taunt, but now we'll just get some Fire Punch damage. I really don't mind him setting up here. We'll just keep attacking. We'll Calm Mind again here, actually, I think is the right move. I don't know what he's... Whatever he goes to, because it's minus speed, I could always, like, be able to go out to my Articuno and just click Haze and undo everything he did. So I don't think he's getting the value out of his setup that perhaps he thinks he is. While I'm getting calm-minded up while still behind a substitute, and I'm kind of balling on him. So I don't know, like, what Mon do you go to with this? Maybe I click Fire Punch. Yeah, Baton Pass, I figure. Who do you go to, though? I mean, my Alakazam is well set up. I will one-shot the two Mons you've shown me. Credilli will very likely just die or nearly die to this. Amnesia, okay. And he gives up there. So, I mean, he looked like he was kind of a baton pass thing, but again, like, because of how that was, I would always be able to go to Articuno eventually and click Haze. Now, he would probably kill me with Rock Slide on my Articuno. Not much I could do there, but I always had the Haze option, so I was never really in danger. Pretty cool strategy, though, I would say. Oh, wow. Crit was nice. Let's Explode. I don't really mind that. No, he's going to go out to Kingdra, obviously. Yeah. Alright, well, you want to know anything? I don't really care. Lovely Surf. You're going to be swapped out here. Go ahead and get out of here, bud. Okay, you got two. That's cool. That's cool. Outspeeds. Now we'll go out to this to throw off a lovely Hidden Power Flying. Pick out your... And you don't have... I mean, are you running Rain Dance on everything? Is everything Rain Dance? That's a real question. You know? Goes to Claydol. Interesting. Not to you. This thing... Alright, we're Dragon Clawing here on the Kingdra. Or do we Ice Beam? We'll Dragon Claw. Actually, this thing probably explodes, right? I don't have, like, a Ghost type. I didn't have a single Ghost type option. So, whenever we get the B, though, we will have Banette, which I'm actually kind of excited to use. I know Jimothy Cool, like, enjoys Banette quite a bit. I think Banette's an interesting Pokemon. So it'll be a fun one to use, I have to imagine. But can't really go Kingdra here. I'm actually debating if I want to, like, swap predicting the explosion. Go to someone, like, less useful, like Armaldo, maybe. We'll go actually Arcanine is my idea, because if he wants to explode, I'm okay with Arcanine going down, and then we can send in Altaria, because Altaria kind of walls his fella. Yeah, I figured that was more likely the move, because, oh, he goes Kabutops to click Rock Slide on me. Not great. I kind of just have to let that happen. It'll kill, and he's, from the seems of he's banded. So he actually does just kind of get kills here. I die. I'm putting it all on last mon Altari, I believe. That's my best hope. Because I have HP Grass to pick up that kill. Kingdra, I have Dragon Claw for. And he has an, oh my gosh, everything. So he had so many rain setters. That's crazy. 3 rain setters. Yeah, that's... I mean, one Tyranitar shuts down that team, but I don't have that as an option. Alright, so we're trading Intimidates at the start. Oh, stealing from Snorlax, kind of fantastic. I'm very, very content with that. We're going to go out to Armaldo now. Get a lovely brick break off on this fella. Suicune. Okay, so we're going to go straight to you. Take nothing. Roar you out. Okay. I'm actually looking at this. I'm like, how do I make progress? Okay, well, haze. I'm not just gonna keep hazing. Well, haze here though. Ice beam. We kind of need a freeze. We had to let our Articuno go down. Maybe not the right option. I'm trying to think what we do. We'll come out to you and we'll Rock Slide. Suicune, because I think my only hope is I kind of have to flinch Suicune out. I don't know what else I have to break and kill Suicune. I miss. Okay, I gotta hit and flinch to kind of get this Suicune dead. Rests, okay. We have options for Claydol though. Ice Beam here. Hopefully he does not. He explodes, okay. We'll go out to Armaldo. Goes back to Suicune. Calm Mind. It doesn't seem like that's even like rest talk or anything. Sub. Calm Mind. Fire Punch. Fire Punch. Well, we'll Psychic here, thinking maybe he swaps like Suicune. Yep. And now I'm willing to let my Zam... No, actually, I have to swap here because I actually can't let my Zam die. Unfortunately, I just couldn't let him die. Him dying was a near instant loss. Does he just wake up and rest? No, he does not. Meaning we get the Zam angle again, so we can go ahead and click that. Snorlax. Go for the Intimidate with Arcanine. Body Slam doesn't succeed there. We'll Flamethrower, I think. Okay. And then now we can E-Speed just to prevent damage. Oh, he lives and he gets a Toxic off. I mean, I was more than likely going to be slower than him in nearly every time. I think this is doable because I think Armaldo might be able to clutch in the end. We just go straight Armaldo here because then we'll just be able to Rock Slide. He can't even swap in Celebi on my Rock Slide. Oh, HP Flying actually might just kill. That's not great. Psychic? I think I might have thrown here at the end. Fire Punch. Take my Psychic damage. Intimidate into E-Speed. E-Speed. Oh my god, I think we actually win this in the end. Tight endgame too. I think that might have been Banded Salamence. But yeah, okay. So, I mean, very quick games with this. But with that, that means A is going to be 2-1. And I think I'll take the time and throw together a graphic using unknown sprites. I think would be kind of fun. And show that A is a lovely, lovely, lovely 2-1. So a good start to the series. I hope you guys like the idea. I think it'll be fun. I think there are going to be certain teams that are just awful and will be near instant losses because of the limitations that it'll bring for the actual team building process. But I think overall, we should be able to make largely good teams. Because I mean, this isn't the best team. There's a lot of stuff it's weak to. Like that rain team just kind of tore me apart, and there wasn't much I could do about it. I mean, give my Articuno freeze dry. Instantly won that one, but whatever. That's neither here nor there. But nonetheless, I think it was a fun time. I enjoyed it. I hope you guys enjoyed it as well. Peace.